The bond between a parent and child is universally cherished. However, with narcissistic parents, this relationship is tainted by motives beyond affection. Narcissists are driven by their image, seeking to uphold a favorable public perception, which leads to a damaging dynamic with their children. They view their children as possessions rather than individuals with rights to grow and explore the world on their terms. Reason 1. Affection for public approval. Narcissistic parents often shower their children with affection in public to maintain a facade of being caring parents. However, this display is primarily aimed at garnering admiration and approval from others rather than genuine love for their children. The children may find themselves confused by this discrepancy between public display and private reality. They may feel used or manipulated, as if their worth is contingent upon how they make their parents look to the outside world. This behavior often stems from the narcissistic parent's deep-seated insecurity and need for validation. They crave external validation and validation from their children, using them as props to boost their own self-esteem. In public settings, such as social gatherings or community events, the narcissistic parent may go to great lengths to portray themselves as the perfect parent, doting on their children and presenting a picture-perfect family image. However, behind closed doors, the reality may be starkly different, with the parent showing little genuine interest or affection towards their children. Moreover, the affection displayed in public is often shallow and superficial, lacking depth and sincerity. It serves as a performance for the benefit of others rather than a genuine expression of love for the child. Children of narcissistic parents may feel a sense of emptiness or betrayal when they realize that the affection shown towards them is merely a facade. They may struggle to reconcile the public image of their parent with a private reality, leading to feelings of confusion and disillusionment. Reason 2. Idealization of the toddler stage. Narcissistic parents tend to idealize the toddler stage of their children's lives. During this period, children receive abundant attention and compliments from others regarding their appearance, behavior, and achievements. The narcissistic parent revels in the admiration and praise directed towards their child, as it reflects positively on them as parents. In the eyes of the narcissistic parent, the toddler stage represents a time of complete dependency and obedience, where the child is compliant and easily controlled. The child's behavior is often praised and rewarded, reinforcing the parent's sense of superiority and entitlement. However, this idealization of the toddler stage is not based on genuine affection for the child but rather on the narcissistic parent's need for validation and admiration from others. During the toddler stage, children are more easily manipulated and controlled by their parents, making it easier for narcissistic parents to exert their influence and maintain their desired image. The child's compliance and obedience are seen as a reflection of the parent's success in raising them, rather than as signs of healthy development and independence. As the child grows older and begins to assert their independence and develop their own identity, they may find themselves at odds with their narcissistic parents' expectations and demands. This can create tension and conflict within the parent-child relationship, as the child seeks to assert their autonomy and assert their own needs and desires. Reason 3. Love for control and compliance over free expression. Narcissistic parents often prioritize control and compliance over their children's free expression and individuality. As children grow older, especially between the ages of 3 and 15, they become more independent and assertive, challenging the narcissistic parent's authority and expectations. This phase of development can be particularly challenging for narcissistic parents, as they prefer children who are obedient and compliant, rather than assertive and independent. During this stage, narcissistic parents may exert pressure on their children to conform to their standards and expectations, stifling their natural curiosity and creativity. Children who express opinions or preferences that diverge from their parents' views may face criticism or punishment, leading them to suppress their true thoughts and feelings in order to avoid conflict. Narcissistic parents may also use manipulative tactics such as guilt-tripping or emotional manipulation to maintain control over their children. They may instill fear in their children by threatening abandonment or withdrawal of affection if they fail to comply with their demands. This creates a dynamic of power and control within the parent-child relationship, where the child's autonomy and self-expression are sacrificed in favor of the parent's need for dominance and obedience. Reason 4. Conditional love. A defining characteristic of the relationship between narcissistic parents and their children is the conditionality of affection. While parents are expected to demonstrate unconditional love and support for their children, narcissistic parents often use love as a tool for manipulation and control. Their affection is contingent upon the child's ability to meet their expectations and reflect positively on them. Children of narcissistic parents may experience love and approval only when they conform to their parents' standards and fulfill their demands. Any deviation from these expectations may result in withdrawal of affection or punishment, leaving the child feeling unloved and unworthy. This conditional love creates an environment of uncertainty and insecurity, where children are constantly seeking validation and approval from their parents. Reason 5. Utilization of children as leverage. Narcissistic parents often view their children as extensions of themselves, using them as pawns to manipulate situations or individuals to their advantage. Children become unwitting participants in adult conflicts, forced to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics and shoulder burdens far beyond their years. One common tactic employed by narcissistic parents is to triangulate their children into conflicts between themselves and other family members. Children may be used as messengers, mediators, or even allies in the parents' attempts to exert control over the family dynamic. They are thrust into the role of peacemaker or scapegoat, forced to navigate the turbulent waters of their parents' dysfunctional relationship. Children of narcissistic parents may also be manipulated into serving as emotional support or validation for the parent. They may be expected to fulfill the parent's emotional needs, acting as a surrogate therapist, confidant, or even romantic partner. This places an enormous burden on the child, who is ill-equipped to handle the emotional needs of their parent and may suffer from feelings of guilt, anxiety, and inadequacy as a result. Reason 6. Favoritism and sibling rivalry. Within narcissistic families, favoritism is a common phenomenon, perpetuating a cycle of rivalry and resentment among siblings. Narcissistic parents often play favorites, singling out one child for special treatment while neglecting or scapegoating others. This favoritism is rarely based on genuine affection but serves as a means for the parent to maintain dominance and control within the family structure. The favored child is often showered with praise, attention, and material rewards, creating a sense of entitlement and superiority. They may be groomed to act as an ally to the narcissistic parent, enforcing their authority and carrying out their wishes. This favored status comes at the expense of their siblings, who are relegated to secondary roles and denied the same privileges and opportunities. Conversely, scapegoated siblings are subjected to constant criticism, blame, and punishment, regardless of their actions or behavior. They bear the brunt of their parents' disapproval and are often made to feel inferior or unworthy compared to their favored sibling. This dynamic perpetuates feelings of rivalry, jealousy, and inadequacy among siblings, fueling resentment and discord within the family. Reason 7. Emotional manipulation and control. Narcissistic parents exert control over their children through emotional manipulation, coercion, and exploitation. They use various tactics to maintain dominance and enforce compliance, undermining their children's autonomy and sense of self-worth. One of the most insidious forms of emotional manipulation employed by narcissistic parents is gaslighting. Gaslighting involves distorting reality, denying the validity of their children's experiences, and making them doubt their perceptions and sanity. Narcissistic parents may invalidate their children's emotions, dismiss their concerns, or blame them for problems within the family, leaving them feeling confused, helpless, and isolated. Narcissistic parents may also employ emotional blackmail to control their children's behavior. They may threaten to withdraw their love or support unless their children meet their demands or adhere to their expectations. This creates a climate of fear and insecurity, where children feel compelled to comply with their parents' wishes to avoid rejection or abandonment. Overall, emotional manipulation and control are central features of narcissistic parenting, undermining children's autonomy, self-esteem, and emotional well-being. It is essential for children of narcissistic parents to recognize these manipulative tactics and establish healthy boundaries to protect themselves from further harm. By asserting their autonomy and seeking support from trusted individuals, they can begin to break free from the cycle of control and manipulation and reclaim their sense of self-worth and agency. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share our channel to your loved ones.